Entitled Parent unofficially reserves the last smoothies for her children. Long-time lurker, first run-in with an entitled parent. So there I am, in the National Theatre, watching a kids' theatre with my mum. The first act ends, and in the intermission we go to the minibar, where some salad, alcohol, soft drinks and smoothies were sold. There was a huge line, so we went to the end of the line and hoped some smoothies would remain. So a few minutes pass and we get to the counter and ask the bartender, barista, cashier for 2 smoothies. Everything is on the counter and accessible to everyone. There are 4 smoothies and in 3 of them some straws are put in, where a woman, the entitled parent, is standing by. We pay for them and go take 2 of them where the EP stops us. The conversation went something like this. Sorry, those are our smoothies. We've already reserved them. My relative is standing in line right there. My mum, a little shocked. What? We have paid for smoothies, but you haven't. So why can't we take one of them? My kids have already taken a sip of them. But why? Don't take your personal problems out on me. Look, we just want the smoothies we paid for. Why would we stand in line if we didn't know if we are getting what we are standing in line for? Don't put your personal problems on me. If you want to do it, put them on your children. Yes, she said that. No, I'm not joking. The bartender and us, completely dumbfounded, just look at her for a second time before my mum just gives in and we take only a single smoothie. The bartender gives us back the money we paid for one of the smoothies and we just left completely puzzled for how such people that have no shame whatsoever can exist. Divorce her and take half of everything. So this happened a long time ago, but I was just reminded of it and decided I'd share. I got married at 19 to a 24-year-old who was abusive. He beat me for 4 years, and when I finally broke and left, it explained that he was transgender and felt like being abusive was the only way to control me. He needed to be seen as a man because his adoptive parents had beat him and put him in mental hospitals and gay camps to fix him his entire life. My grandmother had given me a Jeep when I graduated high school, and when I got married, she gave me a house, the trailer that I'd grown up in with her, complete with furniture and 5 acres of land in the woods. About a year into our marriage, he got a call from his mother and it caused a big fight. Him demanding to know who I really was, saying everything I told him was a lie. The next time she called, I put it on speaker so I can hear what she was telling him that was upsetting him so much. She was claiming that she had looked me up on some website and found out that I was 34 years old. I'd been married 5 times, had 3 children, and was a known con artist. She demanded that he file for divorce and claim half of everything we owned. I was just about to turn 20 and he was my first boyfriend and I can't have children. And literally everything we owned was mine. The Jeep, the house, the furniture. I was working 2 jobs at the time to put food on the table and buy him video games so he'd have something other than me to scream at. Jesus. She was insisting that the Jeep and the house be sold, the money divided, and he moved back in with her. I was mad. I told that bitch she needed to get some facts straight. I had no record to be looked up, but I had a common name, so looking up the name would bring up 100 records of women who weren't me. I offered her my social to look me up personally, and she said she didn't need to, she already found me. When I left him 6 years later, it was a big relief to no longer have her a part of my life. Entitled kid trying to ruin my hard work. So I go to design and technology club at my school. We had a day off to go to a tournament for this robot we made. It was nearly the best one there. We had to do certain tasks with the robot. This kid starts coming up to our group's hard work and puts his hand deep into the robot. Kid was homeschooled and about 7. Can you please stop interfering with our robot? Kid started flailing his arms around. What have you done? Nothing, but your kid tried to break our robot. No, he did not. I was kind of annoyed because I felt she was going to be difficult to get rid of. I saw him do it right here. Let's leave this little boy with this stupid robot. Theirs was literally the worst one there. The mum literally stared at me with the kid the whole time, but they came last and we won. Parents ruin a tea festival. I was new to the area, so I decided to go to a tea festival at a local garden. They advertised traditional tea ceremonies, tea making and tasting. $40 later, I realised I made a huge mistake. I was the only ones there without children. The tea ceremony devolved into a bunch of kids playing with teapots, and the brewed teas quickly ran out because the children had been dumping them when they pretended to drink. No supervision whatsoever. I tried to salvage the day by going to the tea making session. They had a table filled with dried flowers, herbs and different dried teas that you could mix and take home. As soon as I sat, I was swarmed by kids asking for help opening bags, reaching things, etc. As the parents just played on their phones. A few even started throwing the materials at one another, making a huge mess. I actually love working with the kids, so I had some fun helping them. But after almost an hour, I had to leave. As I collected my things, I was confronted by an angry parent. They ran off about how the activity is scheduled for another 20 minutes, and they paid a lot of money, so I better not sneak out early. I explained that I was not an employee and continued out when the woman grabbed my little bag of tea. Before I could respond, she pointed at a small sign on the end of the table with a stupid grin. Only 1 bag per child. I was done at this point, so I just dropped it and left. I reviewed the flyer and nothing on it says for children only, or even family friendly. I felt like the kids just took over, and with all the entitled parents, the overwhelmed staff couldn't do anything about it. Hey, thanks for watching to the end. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I always see them. I always enjoy engaging with them. You can subscribe if you want, if you choose to. No, there's no pressure to. Or you can click one of the other videos on the screen now. Or you may even have a favourite subreddit that you'd like covered.